The Dutch brothers! What's going on, Dutch bros? Okay, so my final news story for today is a political one. Oh, maybe not. It's a news story that I want to talk about because I've talked about this from time to time in my content. I'm an American, and sadly, I see a lot of, how can I say, spin in the way that things are reported or told to the populace of the United States. I see a lot of propaganda, and it pisses me off, okay? Notably, one of the things that I have seen reported in our country in the last several years is jobs. Jobs are up. There are so many jobs to be had in the United States. Man, if you need a job, you're in the right place because the job market is booming. And you keep seeing reports in mainstream media. So-and-so reports that 1 million jobs were created and 500,000 jobs were created and these jobs were created and that job was created. Okay? Well, today, folks, something happened. All right? And let's be honest, I think everything that I've said up to now kind of led to this. All right? I kind of felt like something like this was eventually going to be reported. Here we go. This is an article from mainstream. This is not, some right-wing news media or anything like that. This is a actual real news article from this morning. All right? U.S. added 818,000 fewer jobs than previously thought from March 2023 to March 2024, the government says. Prior data far overestimated recent labor market recovery, the government said on Wednesday, a potentially worrisome sign as slowing job growth shakes confidence in the economy. Though some experts suggest the downward revisions aren't as bad as they seem on the surface. Oh, no. We accidentally counted 1 million extra jobs. We only lied about 1 million. I mean, at least it wasn't 1 billion, right? Only 1 million exaggerated jobs. That's not a big deal or anything, right? What? So here you go. The U.S. added 818,000 fewer jobs than previously estimated from March 2023 to March 2024, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which released the data about 30 minutes after the scheduled 10 a.m. EDT release. That brings the total employment growth, not including farm jobs, for the 12-month period from 2.9 million to about 2.1, knocking average monthly growth during that period about 242,000 to about 174,000. Stocks reacted positively to the announcement, with the S&P 500 rising after the revision's release, extending its daily gain. The update came as part of the regularly scheduled first benchmark revision to the government's monthly non-farm payroll data, the most widely cited measure of all the U.S. employment picture. So basically, every single person who references employment in the U.S. references this data, and the data was completely wrong for a year. A year. Oops. Now, the funny part about all this is, where is the accountability and who is responsible for this issue? You know what I'm saying? So taking a look here, massive revisions have been fairly normal in recent years. As the government said last August, it also overestimated the job growth for the 12-month period by 306,000. And in August 2019, it had underestimated job growth by 462,000. The most recent downward revision comes as late spring and early summer non-farm payroll expansion slowed, okay? Why are we constantly lying to the American populace about shit? Because our government is saying all the time, okay? Oh, here we go. I gotta read this. Chief critics, there's little reason to fret at this headline revision number, according to some economists. Goldman economist Walker wrote ahead of the Labor Department report, the 818,000 downward revision is likely erroneous and misleading, estimating the new forecast slightly overstated the error, due in part to a methodology mostly excluding unauthorized immigrants, a group which strongly contributes to overall job growth. We're not sweating this report. We're not sweating the fact that our government misreports things by 1 million. Again, this isn't 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. This is nearly, they're off by 1 million. And that's what they told everyone for a year. And that's what we believe. And then they by the time they correct it, it's too late because people have already made decisions based off of this, Businesses have made large decisions based off of this. It's insane. We are running a government that's a joke. They can be wrong by a million and they're okay. Oh, it's fine. It's no big deal. No, it is a big deal. Okay, it really is a big deal. Now, here's the other part too. And this is the part that I absolutely have to add some commentary to. Did you notice that in this article, or in any article at all, that you read about the job growth in the United States, okay? Did you notice that they never say the quality or type of job growth? Did you happen to notice that? Nowhere here does it say, oh, they were in these particular sectors. In fact, what they actually did, they excluded the farm sector. They definitely did that. They said it's not farm jobs, right? But outside of that, does it say one little piece of information about the jobs? No. No, nothing at all, right? Why? Why? Do you want to know why? Because the jobs that they report that are job growth in the United States are not the kind of jobs that you can make a living doing. The jobs that they are reporting as job growth in the US, all right? Do you think it's a job where it's a factory job where you have a skill that you learn and you can apply it to a product and the product is great, and so that company appreciates you and you can get healthcare and you can get investments like retirement investments and you can get promoted and you can actually have like a career doing that? Is that what you really think the jobs are that they're reporting? Do you think that the jobs are office jobs, a cushy office job where you sit in a nice comfy chair all day, doing data entry, answering phones, going to the boardroom meetings, talking with people, again, healthcare, retirement opportunities, things for your family, investments, and then promotions and career? Do you think that's the kind of jobs that they're talking about when they say, oh, our economy grew by so many jobs? No. No. You want to know what jobs they're talking about? Fast food. You want to know what jobs they're talking about? Retail stores. You want to know what jobs they're talking about? The gig industry, where you drive a car and deliver food or pick someone up on an Uber. That's what they're talking about. These are jobs, all right, that you can't even get hired full-time for the most part. So you never qualify for healthcare. You have to pay for healthcare out of pocket, which is insanely expensive in the United States. For those who don't live in the US and you don't know how our healthcare works, unless you have an actual healthcare provider through your job because you work full-time, 40 plus hours a week, you have to pay for healthcare out of pocket. I can tell you, I am healthy, okay? No major pre-existing conditions. I pay over $400 a month for healthcare just to have it. That's not me using it. That's just to have it. Then if I use the healthcare, they charge me again for the visit, for the medicine, for anything. I get another bill and another bill and another bill. Okay? If you have a pre-existing condition in the United States and you need healthcare, you're going to be paying $1,000 a month for your health insurance, plus the cost of care. That's how our system works in the United States. You literally must be rich to have health care, okay? It used to be, well, your job would do it for you. You get a nice job, and because you work full-time for your job, they've negotiated with these companies to get discounts on healthcare so you can afford it. No jobs like that exist anymore. They've done away with them. They outsourced all that work to other countries, and now the only jobs that are left in the United States are less than full-time. So we're talking you're scraping by to maybe get 20, 30 hours a week at the job. No health care, no benefits, no retirement packages, no opportunity for advancement or any kind of career. You're lucky if they make the fucking work schedule more than a day before you're expected to report to work. So you can't even have a life because you don't know when you're supposed to be at work, how many hours you're working this week, how much money you're going to make this week because your schedule is constantly fucking changing. That's the jobs that we are adding to the US economy. Shit jobs that no one can make a living working. So many Americans are now being forced to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and juggling between them in a week because that's the only way they can make enough money to make ends meet. That's the true state of the American dream today in 2024. When our media presents this bullshit misinformation to the public and says, oh, so many jobs are being created, this is great. No one ever says what jobs. Tell me what good jobs have been created, because that's the data I want. I don't want a raw number. I want to know what good career jobs that you want to work for your life and can make a real living on. What of those did you create? Because that number right there is worthless. And then on top of them already lying and misrepresenting the jobs that are created, then the number is off by nearly 1 million. So not only is it shit jobs being created, then they overcounted it by 1 million shit jobs. That's the state of America. And you know, I'm not a political guy, but when I see shit like that, I'm like, are you kidding me? I will absolutely call hypocrisy out when I see it. Not only are they blatantly lying to the populace, then they can't even fucking count. And then the economist says, oh, this is not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Shut the fuck up, economist. You fucking dunce. Yeah, because you're rich too, economist. So you don't care. You're not a working class person out there struggling with these jobs that are being created, trying to fucking make ends meet, and said, oh, this is not a big deal. It is a big deal. Our government lies to us on a daily fucking basis about everything. They skew every number. They sugarcoat every story. It's fucking propaganda. It's fucking sickening. It's so hard to get real fucking information about anything because people, oh, it's not a big deal. It is a fucking big deal. You incredible dunce. You incredible fucking walnut-brained idiot. Yes, it's a huge deal when they're lying to us. Okay. I got that off my chest, and now we can move on. I want to chill with you guys. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to fucking make a buck, you know?